Have you looked at another woman and thought, wow, life must be so much easier for her because she's pretty? Maybe she walks into a room and everyone notices her. People seem kinder to her. She gets compliment without even trying, and opportunities come her way. And somehow the world feels like softer for her. And then you look at yourself and wonder, if I just looked a little bit different, would my life be different too? I think almost every woman has had that thought once in her life. So, today I want to talk about something that people completely obsess over or completely deny, and that's pretty privilege. Is it real? Yes. I think pretending it doesn't exist is same as pretending that's the only reason people succeed. Attractive people are often treated differently. There has been studies showing that people who are considered the most attractive are sometimes perceived as most trustworthy, most competent, and most friendly without having to speak even a single word. That's not always fair, but it's the truth. Pretty privilege might get someone through the door, but it doesn't keep them in the room. Have you ever looked at someone and thought, wow, she's gorgeous, like she's absolutely stunning, right? And 5 minutes into the conversation, she become less attractive. Maybe she was rude to you, or maybe she was insecure, maybe she was trying to get the attention of the guys in the room, and you stop noticing her beauty, or she stopped being beautiful for you. And now think about someone else. Maybe she was not the most beautiful woman you've ever seen, but she had something. She got your attention. She got everyone's attention. And not because she's beautiful, but because of the way she carried herself. She spoke with confidence. She was not apologizing for existing. She wasn't trying to convince everyone to like her. She was simply she simply looked like she was comfortable being herself. Those are the kind of women people remember. I think that's what most of us want. Not just to be called pretty, but to be unforgettable. Because being pretty is nice, but being unforgettable will change your life. People remember unforgettable women. I mean, as obvious as that sounds, they recommend them for jobs. They think about them long after they left the room. So the question you should ask yourself is not, how can I be the prettiest woman in the room? It should be, how can I be unforgettable? You can do that by starting to work on your confidence. And I'll tell you why. You build confidence by keeping promises to yourself. Listen, every single time you tell yourself you're going to do something and then you don't, you're teaching your brain that your words don't matter. Imagine if your best friend keep canceling plan on you. You eventually stop trusting her. So you're doing the same thing to yourself. You say, I'll start Monday. You say, I'll post next week on social media. I'll go to the gym tomorrow. I'll apply for that job later, whatever it may be. And then you don't. Every broken promise chips away at your confidence. And every promise you keep to yourself is another reason to trust yourself. And that's something no amount of beauty can replace. Another thing you can do to be unforgettable is to stop chasing. And I'm not talking about only relationship. I'm also talking about friendship. Yes, that friendship that doesn't value you. You need to stop chasing that. Unforgettable women do not chase friendships that clearly don't value them. They don't chase jobs that constantly disrespect them. They don't chase people that make them question their worth. Because here's something I wish more women understood. The more you chase, the more you are communicate that you are afraid of losing something. Women with standards don't spend their life convincing people to choose them. They simply remove themselves from places they are not appreciated. That is attractive. Think about how much of our lives are spent trying to make everyone happy or not to upset anyone. We apologize for speaking. We apologize for existing. We laugh at something that wasn't funny. We say yes when we want to say no. and we make ourselves smaller to make the other person comfortable. It's ridiculous. People actually don't remember women like that. So you trying to be cute and nice, that doesn't make people remember you. You know what people remember? People remember the woman who had opinion in that room. The woman who was kind without being a people pleaser. The woman who respected everyone without abandoning herself. These are the women people remember. This is what is attractive. Something else I've noticed is that women with real presence don't rush. They pause before they speak, they think before they speak. Also, they are not trying to fill every silence with noise. They're just comfortable sitting in silence with you. This is also a very attractive thing you can do if you want to be remembered. Because insecurity rushes even when speaking, but confidence doesn't actually. It shows that. By the way, I know when someone is confident or not when I'm sitting with that person and I'm quiet, and if that person is trying to say a lot of nonsense just to fill the gap or the silence that is in between us, I know that person is not confident. Another thing is privacy. That is attractive. I know social media makes us feel like we have to share everything, but I think some things need to just stay with you. Like some chapters of your life should be private. And it's not pretending you are unavailable, but not every goal needs announcing, not every relationship needs posting. And protecting your peace is one of the most attractive thing you can do as a woman. While we're talking about attraction, let's clear something up. Pretty women don't spend their lives competing with another woman, okay? Insecure women compete. Secure women admire. If another woman walks into a room looking absolutely gorgeous, that doesn't make you less beautiful. The women who are truly beautiful are the ones to compliment another woman first. Actually, that's one of the things you can do. If you want to seem attractive or look attractive, you need to start complimenting another woman. That makes you look attractive because confidence is not threatened by someone else's success or beauty. It's actually inspired by it. Another thing beautiful women don't do is make their relationship their entire personality. A relationship should be a beautiful addition to your life. It should not be your entire identity. You should still keep your hobbies, you should still keep your friendships, you should still keep your ambition. All that stuff should stay with you. And by the way, I don't want to get it deep into this on this video, but your partner actually knows when they are your entire world. And from my experience and from my friends, what I've heard, that you don't want that. You don't want your partner to think that they're all you got. Trust me, you do not want that. It never ends well. You should still keep being the woman that you are before you meet that person. Because the strongest relationship is also built between two complete people, not two people trying to complete each other. And finally, please stop shrinking yourself. We do that as a woman, all of us. We apologize for existing. We apologize before even speaking. We apologize for having standards. We apologize for having ambition. These are the things you need to stop doing if you want to look attractive. Stop apologizing because you want more from life. That's something you should be proud of. Not many women have that. You weren't put on this earth to make everyone comfortable at your expense. At the end of the day, there will always be someone prettier than you, more taller, richer, funnier. Just you cannot control that. That's the outside of your reality. Your confidence or how you feel about yourself should never ever depend on that. If your confidence depends on being the most beautiful woman in the room, you will always feel insecure. But if your confidence depends on something else like your character, your discipline, your standards, your kindness, your integrity, and the promises you keep to yourself, nobody can take that away from you. And that actually makes you feel good, and people will notice you, people will feel that, So, pretty privilege is real, but lasting influence has little to do with pretty face. The women who leave a lasting impression aren't always the ones with a pretty face. They're the ones who know who they are. They walk into a room without asking, do they like me? Instead, they ask themselves, do I even want to be here? Do I like these people? When was the last time you go into a room and thought, do I even want to be here? Do you even ask yourself that? That shift will change everything for you, trust me. Because beauty might make someone notice you for a moment, but self respect, confidence, and the way you carry yourself are what makes people actually remember you. If there's one thing I hope you take away from this video is this: don't spend your life trying to become the prettiest woman in the room. Become the woman whose presence people never forget.